So Adam, who do you represent at this event?
I'm representing Unesco Bangkok, and we're here to present Generation What Asia Pacific.
What is it?
Generation What, it's a global transmedia campaign about painting a portrait of a generation of young people. It was launched in Europe originally, and it starts off with an online survey that asks young people to share their attitudes and ideas about family, relationships, to politics, to education, to employment. And what it did was it painted a really rich portrait of young people across Europe. It was the most successful transmedia campaign in history. It reached over 1 million young people. They received 80 million responses to these questions. A survey of 150 questions, which normally we would not expect young people to give so much attention to, but the average viewing time online on the website was around 13 and a half minutes. It's unprecedented. So what we want to do is try to emulate that success in Asia Pacific, and it will soon launch also in the Arabic region too. So we're looking at potentially launching the world's first global transmedia campaign.
Transmedia, what do you mean by transmedia?
Transmedia, you could call it the television of the 21st century in the sense that it begins online and works in tandem with TV and radio. So for example, take the example of Generation What. Young people ask questions on how they feel, and it is their ideas, their attitudes, their voices that then influences the media production. So Generation What partners with broadcasters to launch programming that is very much youth-led. So that's how transmedia can work in the sense of Generation What.
And how is it involved with Asian side of the dog?
Well, Asian side of the dock is a great opportunity for us to engage this rich and diverse sector. So, for example, in Generation What, a lot of the content that came from that portrait were documentaries, like short films, documentaries around 50 minutes long about young people and their attitudes to certain subject matter. So engaging these different actors at Asian side is critical because we want them to grab hold of this transmedia concept and to try and create documentary film content about these young people.
Why documentary? Why not other medium?
I think documentary filmmaking is still one of the most exciting ways to tell stories. Generation What creates so much data, so much information, so much knowledge. How do you translate that data into stories? And I think documentaries is just one exciting way of doing that. So for example, if you take Generation What Europe, say in countries like Ireland and Belgium, they would have radio shows every single day of young people talking with sociologists about family and relationships. Should my country remain a part of the European Union? Does society give me a chance to show what I'm capable of? So you can have radio shows, short films, documentaries can play a big role in that process. So that's why we're here.
So what's the youth in Asia are saying in your campaign?
Well, we haven't started it yet. We hope to launch it late 2017, early 2018. So first of all, we need to engage broadcasters in the region who will partner to actually launch these quite localized national campaigns that all come together to create this regional hub. But I think broadly, what we see from young people all over the world is they very often, despite their very diverse backgrounds, share much the same concerns about the future. They're concerned about the environment, they're concerned about their ability to get decent work, they're concerned about their education and whether or not it's fit for today's economy. But really what this program is about is not telling young people what we think they care about, it's asking them. So it would be completely wrong of me to assume what they like. These things can also change over time. You know, 1 year young people's concerns could primarily be, for example, on getting good job, getting good employment. 3 years later, we can see those attitudes shift towards climate change in the environment. So again, it's about listening, it's about providing a platform for young people to speak and then working out ways to respond. And that's why UNESCO is so interested. We need to listen to young people. If we're going to create better policy, if we're going to create better programming for young people, it's time we listen to them better.
What are your expectations from attending this event here in Bangkok?
it's about getting face to face with those who will be responsible for truly launching Generation What, and hearing directly from them how it's going to be possible in this region. Europe is a very different kettle of fish, as we say in the UK, to Asia Pacific. These broadcasters are critical. The filmmakers are critical. We need to understand from them how they're going to use this campaign, how they're going to launch it. So off the back of Asian Side, we can hope to get serious interest from those that will make this program happen. Without events like this, it would not be possible for us to do what we do. So this is critical, and we're just very excited to be here.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, V.
Thank you, Adam. Cheers. Thank you.